Hello, everybody. This is Jack, and thanks so much for joining today's training. If you hear me well, say hi in the comments so I know everything is working. So today is about why local businesses are begging for your social media posting skills. So I created a nice presentation about the real content, and that hopefully will let you learn about social posting, the need, because there's a great disconnect between customers and local business. 78% of consumers discover new products and local service on social media. 78%. And 78% of local business are not posting on social media. Now, many do have a social media account, not all of them. Not sure what exact percentages, but they are not active using it. So if you're not using it, you will not post fresh content, you will not engage, you will not attract new customers online via social media. So why are the three big roadblocks? So they have no time, they have no expertise, and they actually have no time for it, no resources. So with most activities what a local business needs to do, they don't have sufficient time for it. The clients are busy with providing the service and products that the customers buy, but they are too busy to attract new customers. The primary job is being a content creator. 61% report lack of time as the number one barrier to marketing. And actually, we can all agree on it. If you have any relative in your area, then you probably know that they are very busy. They don't stop at 5 o'clock. They might not even start at 8 o'clock. They might start at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock. They probably work a Saturday. They might also work on Sunday to do the administration. So they have no time to do the local marketing. They actually miss the expertise. They don't know what to post, how to design graphics, or how to write the caption that sells. They fear looking unprofessional, doing it wrong, because that is not their profession. And it's not to blame, that is just how it is. And the last third part is they have not really resource for it. They can afford $10,000 a month full service agency, and they don't have the budget to hire a full-time social media manager. That is for many businesses an overkill. So now they need that they probably know. That's actually not sure. I think every local business know that they need to be on Google. I think most businesses now they need to be on social media because most probably have a social media account. But I think what they don't know, so let me go to the previous slide. They don't know that 78% of their consumers actually discover local businesses. Did you know that? For me, there was a much higher percentage than actually I was expecting. If you would ask me a percentage, I would have said 30%. Because I always say Google is number one. Google is still very important. 78% is really high. So they have no time, no expertise, and they don't have the money, the budget to hire a very professional social media company and do the 360 degrees social media marketing or hire a social media manager. And that is where you come in. You fulfill the gap for many local businesses, which like to spend $1,000 per month, but it's very reasonable. So your size of agency is actually the perfect solution. So the problem is they're stuck in the middle. They're trapped between cheap, ineffective do-it-yourself tools and massive full-service agency that they can't afford. So that is where you come in. And actually, those are the majority of local business. They cannot afford $10,000 per month, and they can't afford to hire a dedicated person for it. But they need consistent, high-quality posting without a 5-figure price tag. That's what they need, because 78% of consumers find the local business social media. So you are a very reasonable $500 per month solution for them. Maybe $1,000 per month. I know Cynthia charged $1,000 per month. But let's say for most of us, we are happy with $500 per month. If I showed you the end, if we can automate most of it. So it's not that we want to create content. We want to create images. Yeah, we want to use a social media poster tool that use AI to create the content, correct? You know that. The local business don't know that. And they don't have the time and expertise and the knowledge to figure that all out. That is why you attended today's training, correct? You attended today's training to learn about local business, what their need is and how you can fulfill them, and what your role in is. And you probably attended today's training because we create SaaS tools, but does the work for you. SaaS tools, but does things with the after setup almost all by itself. So you are the perfect middle ground between do it themselves and the $10,000 agency. But you will use a SaaS tool. And you charge $500 to $1,000 per month by providing the service. So actually, when you realize that social media is the new main street, correct? That is where you cross your business with consumers online. Who of you guys, please enter yes or no, visit a social media site every day or most days? I just mentioned a couple like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, X, Instagram. Enter yes or no if you visit such social media site every day or most days. Can I have some yeses or no? Just wondering. I do. Do you? So for local business, and some of it multiple times per day, correct? Maybe when you wake up, noon, at night. It's kind of the same as email. You check also a couple of days email. Text messages even more crazy. I think you check, most of us check text messages every 5 minutes or so. It's even come to a point when you don't respond to text messages within 5 minutes. When a friend sends you text messages, they expect instant reply. No, that's not how I work, but I know what they expect. So text message instant, email is a couple of times a day, social media is a couple of times a day, and 78% of consumers find businesses on social media. So if you realize that, then for local businesses, the location is actually more or less a physical address on the social media side. That's the new address. It's the new place where they get to know each other. It's where consumers spend their time. 78% discover new local products and services on social media. Connection is the new word of mouth, where people share, tag, and give digital referrals. And consumers expect to find you online. So it's kind of also a reputation that if a business is not on social media, then it's not a reputable business. Same if business is not on Google, then it's not a reputable business. If a business don't have a website, then basically that business doesn't exist. That's a strong statement. So I cannot imagine to have a successful business with no website. There are people who check you out, what you're doing, what the company is about, what service you provide, where you are located, reviews. Every business needs a website. And that is where you come in. You come in to provide a website. You come in to provide Google Business Profile listing. You come in to have the Google Business listing ranked. And you come in to provide social media posting. And wherever you start, it really doesn't matter so much. But you know that if you have that trust from the local business to pay you monthly for a service, SEO, for website management, or for social media posts. You can offer a related service because business needs more than a website. A business needs more than a Google Business Profile listing. A business needs more than social media posting, correct? They need it all. And that is where the audit comes in. You're going to check, is it a website? Do they have a website? How is the website looking? Is it mobile responsive? So you have recommendations about fixes. Do they have a video? All those kind of things we know when you create a website. You do the same with Google Business Profile listing. You check if all the fields are filled out, if they have nice reviews, if the category is nice, if they have nice photos, if they have nice videos. And then the next thing you're going to check is social media. On Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram. Do they have a blog page? And that kind of what I'm just talking with you now, that is an audit. You're going to check things, more or less the things you like to provide, and going to check if they have in place. And if you provide three, when you are starting out and you don't have many clients, you don't need to provide many different services. You just select three, and in an audit, you go over those three. For example, I just give you an example. You're going to check your three services: website, Google Business Profile, and social media. And you go to check those three, and if you find shortcomings, and if you're an expert, you will find shortcomings. That is just how it is. And you offer, I can help. And for each service, you have a fee. $500 per month for the website, $500 per month for the Google Business Profile listing, $500 per month for social media posting. And of course, you can give a strong guarantee that everything comes well. I would not, that's also want to say, you don't want to do for free. It's if you want to convert that customer, don't do it for free, but offer a guarantee. If you're not happy the first month, you will get the investment back. So more or less, posting is your digital open sign. So who have seen, and probably you can still see, people waving with those signboards beside the road, and they have say car wash $10 or B12 shots $25 or whatever sign correct. You see, 15 years ago, I know you saw them much more than nowadays, but you probably still see them. Social media is kind of your sign online. You need to be present and talk about your service, talk about your location, talk about your new products, talk about your holidays, talk about your achievements, share your customers' reviews. You want to become alive on social media and have conversations going on and do call to actions. So those open signs, they build trust. When they look you up, they see you are alive. And it needs to be kind of current. You can have posts, you can, but it doesn't look good that you post 8 months ago or a year ago. Now you think, is that business still alive? Is it not current? And you see in other business what has a real interaction with consumers. Which one would you choose? The ones who have a lot of interaction, seems customers are happy, or the ones who 8 months ago had a post and we open, please welcome, but nothing more. So you want to create that open sign for local businesses and create that connection. And how this algorithm works for Facebook, from X, from Instagram, and even from Google search, that they reward fresh content. You want to produce fresh content, let's say weekly or monthly, for a local business to get ranked and seen on social media. Does it make sense? It's all not too difficult, correct? But we have to be aware of it. I think tonight, this is the most important slide. If you want to Remember one thing tonight, and you are in a hurry and you need to go to the toilet or whatever, then remember the one thing. 78% of consumers discover new products or local service on social media. And that is when you speak with a local business owners, that's kind of what you want to convey. They probably don't know. And you and me probably didn't expect that either. But it is a real stuff. It's not made up by me. So posting drives real world action. Visit the website, 78%. Visit the store location, 65%. Make a purchase, 55%. And recommend to a friend, 50%. It used to be, and I said that in previous webinars, maybe 10 years ago, that social media was more for brand awareness. Remember that? Some of you? I said, forget about social media, concentrate on Google. It's kind of what I have said in the past, maybe 10 years ago. Time is changing, correct? A lot of things are changing nowadays, correct? The AI changed everything. But social media during the COVID has also changed so much. So it's not only brand awareness nowadays. It's actually where people hang out for relaxment, entertainment, but also for information. And if this is where you connected with and you do the marketing, you need to work on the social media. Here's an interesting question. Maybe some of you can answer it. Were you ever on a vacation and you read about a certain shop on Instagram and you really, or the group where you really were part of it, they really want to go to that particular shop? Anybody has that experience? I had that. I don't. What is this? So busy. And then when you ask about it, they say, oh, we heard about Instagram. So they heard about social media, that shop was very good, and they really wanted to visit it because they had read the experience. So that's what I have experienced. What does that tell that for you? You, it means you want to hit the sweet spot between the $500 and the $1,000. I feel so. The $10,000 agency, many of us are not there yet, and many local businesses cannot afford it. They're looking for $500, $1,000 per month service. And I will train you and I will show you, you can do that easily in a few hours. Of course, with a SaaS tool, with a posting tool, after setup, and it creates content for you if you need some more content. And that is where AI comes in, correct? AI has changed our world. Who's using AI almost daily? Enter yes or no. I use AI every day, probably a couple of times a day. Create image, email, look up all kind of things. Using it now, good. Tamara said yes. I use it. I think I use it. I asked AI tool. There are many. So ChatGPT is the most used, but you have Grok, and you have Gemini, and you have Meta. So they're all good. So it's kind of almost a preference, and whatever you use is good. And they get almost weekly better. It's time for you to make money with it. I really believe that. If you don't use them, somebody else in your profession will use it. It will take some lesser time, lesser money, and they can do things faster than you. So you want to use a social media post platform that have AI capabilities, correct? You want to use a social media platform, a SaaS platform. What does that mean? You do the setup, and after setup, the maintenance is very low for you. It's probably some maintenance. You want to schedule those posts in advance. Let's say you do that weekly or monthly, but it's not that you have to do it every day. And actually, posting happens on schedule. And if you count the time you're working it, let's say you earn $500 a month and you work 1 hour per week on it. After setup, you need some discussion about access to their account, and so that is little bit communication going on, but once you have set it up and you understand that business, it really doesn't take you more than 1 hour per week, max. So you work 4 hours per month and $500 plus, say $500, $1,000 you earn. It's more than $100 per hour. That is very reasonable. There is nothing I have said what is not doable or hard to do. So actually, whatever the thing what is left on your court is have the digital meetings, audit meetings, and go over the website, go over the Google Business Profile listing, go over the reviews, see if they do Google paid advertising. I love Google Ads, but it's up to you. You can also outsource it. And then go over social media. And now you have already 4 or 5 items you can check them on during an audit meeting. And on each of those items or services, you can offer a solution. And you start with, let's say, $500 for each. And maybe it takes 1 or 2 or 3 services and you earn $5,000 or $1,500 per month. It is not harder than this, I'm telling you. We all think it's much too complicated. We are not charging $10,000 per month. At least many of us don't. Of course, some of us, like Cynthia, charge $5,000 per month, a few high-paying clients, but most of us don't and are happy with $500 per month. And actually, if you have 10 clients, you make $5,000 per month, which is still good money. Considering the computer you need, the internet, you almost need nothing, correct? Does this attractive to you? So actually, what is left is how to post, correct? So another slide I created. What I was saying is, when you do social media, you can also offer SEO, or you can offer Google Ads. So you want to offer the service you like to provide. Check them out, see how they're doing, ask if they're happy. Most of local businesses are not happy with the service they get. So you said, I can do it as well. And what are you currently paying? I had that same experience with a lawyer, and I asked him, what are you currently paying? And he said $1,000 per month. And I said, and no, I just didn't want to complicate that communication because I was actually not in for signing up that lawyer. So I said I can do for the same as well. Done deal. Within 5 minutes, I had $1,000 per month client for a long time. So $500, easy money. No, not easy money. Easy to get money because they compare to $10,000 per month service. And they don't have many. This don't have 10,000 or half is maybe too strong. They don't want to spend $10,000 per month. And they're happy to pay you $500 per month. So now I hear you thinking, Jack, show me the solution because I'm happy to earn $500 per month. So $500 to $1,000 is actually the foot in the door. You do the core posting, you create the content, and you engage basic engagement. And now when somebody looks at that company online, they see a recent post for maximum a week. So you have to think about why would they want you, because they don't want to pay $4,000 per month dedicated social media person. Because they might think it's the best solution, but who can afford a local business to hire somebody dedicated $4,000 per month, at least? So that's $50,000 plus all kind of tools and office space. And then might cost double. So if they do it by themselves, it costs them a few hours per week. They don't know tools. They just think I have to create this post all by myself, and I already work 60 hours per week. So that is not a doable long-term solution. So you are the perfect solution. You only cost $500 to $1,000 per month, and you're saving a lot of money. So you are not a cost to them. You are a solution to them. You are the solution between do it by themselves, hiring a social media person, or pay $10,000 per month. So you should feel good. You can feel good about helping a local business with the digital marketing for $500 per month. Whoever does charge only $500 per month, does good work for a local business. And here's the thing you probably have waited on, but Jack showed me how. And then we created the tool Social Post at 10x. So when you log in, you see the dashboard. And I can hear you thinking, Jack, they look so simple, the interface. There is almost no links, and that's correct. So you see in the top, business, network, blog domain, post. Those are the boxes you need to check when you set it up. So here, quick access, all business, post schedule, getting started documentation, where what you have to do. For each section, we have a Google Doc. And then what you do is you have all your clients, you add your business, and you add their social media. You add Facebook, your Instagram. You can create a blog post, you can add the Google post, and you can add X. And then you start posting. You can do all posting, what you can see. You can add a single post and a multi-post. And when you do a single post, you can create the content by yourself or have the AI create the content for you. So you select the business, then create the post, and you can do some multiple. Select the package where you have packages where you can say, I create a package for you or the holidays. And you have one package per month for free. But for a business, you probably want to create some content around that business. But I can help you with content as well. And then, of course, every business needs a blog post just for SEO. So when you go to blog domains, I create one, and then you post that content around that business. And it is just on a blog domain. And you can just do the main company website, blog.com, or you create a subdomain or directory. And that's basically it. And if you need any help with setup or demo, you book a meeting, and we will help you to set up your business and help you out. I know you probably think, Jack, is it that simple? Yes, social media posting is very simple with a tool. Create the content with AI, or you can create it from a package. Any questions? Good. If you have questions, show how to post to the client's site. What do you mean by site? The blog post is this. This is the blog post, but is on a blog domain. That is a client site. But you also have posts on Facebook, on Twitter. So you cannot be sure to get views. So it's not paid traffic. You post content, and that content will attract visitors. Kind of like SEO. So you do all this backlinking, creating content, and at a certain moment, the social media sites will pick it up. You can schedule the post content, so AI, give me a topic, just provide a topic, digital marketing. And I will create an AI post. So here you get the content you can change to your like, generate an image. And then once you have that, you click on next and edit post. So now it was scheduled here, and an edit post time, post now, a scheduled post. So when you schedule post, it gets scheduled according what the time was. Then it gets posted on Facebook, on Instagram, on blog domain. If you have added Google, it will add Google, and it will post on X. So it's all very simple for a single post. So let me do it one more time. Do another topic as video marketing, AI post. So now it creates the post. Next. And then let's say here it will get posted, edit post time, and say I run it only on Wednesday, 11 o'clock, then time zone. And if I do post now, it will skip this, and I can schedule post. Google means Google Business Profile post, yes. And multi-post is that you select the package. And then it posts according to the package, the content. Here's the media where you can select from, packages, the blog page. So it's much easier than we all think, correct? Posting. You can schedule the post, schedule the content. Any other question? So schedule the post, you can get the content from the package. You can ask even me, a package means it has, so when you go to packages, so it has all those topics about digital marketing, and then it will post inside that package what is created. But I would just create posts related to that company you do the marketing for. But if you need help with content, it's pretty easy to create that with AI nowadays. Do the clients connect their social media accounts, or is it something we would need to do in the firm? You need to do that together, but it only has to be done once. When you go to dashboard, you see all those getting started documentation. So if you have more questions, just email me support@jackhopman.com and I will get back to you. Thanks so much and see you next week. Same time, same day. Thank you.